question of the day: what is your favorite semi-co-op game out there, right? Things like Dead of Winter. Well, today we're talking about a 15-minute game, exactly 15 minutes, or give or take, depending on how much the sand timer really is. But a 15-minute exact semi-co-op game that involves some nice backstabbing, some nice action management, and some nice pieces to be just a pretty abstract-looking game. Today we're talking about We're Doomed from Breaking Games. And inside of here is a fantastic-looking piece of equipment, as well as the box becomes kind of part of the board. So let's take a look how this game plays in exactly 15 minutes. 4 to 10 players, so if you're looking for those bigger player count games that don't take forever to play, let's take a look and see if this is one of the ones you want to add to your collection. So let's talk We're Doomed and what it is. First and foremost, you get this great looking hourglass. It's a 15-minute timer and it is absolutely fantastic looking. It sits right here on top of the inside of the box, got a little spot for it. You have an event deck, but honestly, being that this is a spoiler-free review, I don't really want to show you too many of these because mostly there's so many of them, they're so much fun. But let me see if I can find a couple that are pretty basic. Let's see, trickle-down economics. Take 6 resources from the project. You may then choose to distribute these resources to other players or not. Just ironic, that's not how that works, but anyway. So you have a lot of these black and white event cards, and what these are different things that at the end of the quote-unquote round, someone's going to take one of these and read it. A black card will be just private for them, and a white card will be for everyone, but they are game-changing things. So what's going to happen is on your turn, you're going to take an action. Now, the actions you can take are listed on the back of your actual player card. Now, there's a bunch of different player cards that you can choose. So let's say you're a theocratic nation. You can produce, gain 2 resources. Here's your special power. You can indoctrinate. You would gain 2 influences instead of 1 when you do it. You can then propagandize if you wanted to. You could spend a resource to steal and influence. The 2 income types things, or 2 resources, are resources and influence. Those 2 nice little symbols. Invade, you can spend an influence to steal 2 resources from another player. Or you can nuke. You can spend 8 resources to eliminate a player, putting them out of the game. Now, here's the interesting thing. Because it is a player elimination game, the 15-minute timer really helps alleviate some of the issues and problems that I do have with that. Now, there are a bunch of different types of these. There's theocratic, technocratic, democratic, autocratic, corporatocracy. I think that would just be, corporatocracy, and then other ones. There's an actual name for that. It's but my brain is just not working right now. What that corporatism, I think, is actually what that would be called. Crony capitalism, corporatism, sort of the word. But that's kind of what they're going for there. Is you're a corporate thing. You run the government from corporations instead. You also have these reference cards which show you, depending on the player count, how many seats you have to have, or how many resources it takes to get seats at the end of the game. So the way this works is you're trying to get off the planet or get out of here just in time before the world blows up from nuclear war, right? So it's a quick kind of mutual assured destruction sort of game. But the way it's going to work is you're going to take those resources at the end of the round, after everyone picks their action. They're then going to do the contribute phase, where you're going to take a handful of things, you're going to contribute your resources and put them into here. Now, the person who contributes the most gets to be first player, as well as takes an influence and draws an event card, which are those powers that typically are beneficial, but if they're not, that's okay too. The way this works is you're going to take your resources and contribute them to the middle. Now, obviously, the resources are useful to do things, but you have to contribute to get the seats up to the amount, or the amount of resources up to the amount to where you have for seats to get off the planet, or else everyone loses. So ideally, you're still trying to get 40 resources in there, 1 seat, and you have the most resources so that you can escape with that seat. Otherwise, you can all try to pull together and say, now let's get 50 seats or 60 seats to try to get, 50 or 60 resources to get 1, 2, or 3 seats, so hopefully 3 or 4 people can win as opposed to just 1. Or you can totally act like you're going to do that and be completely cutthroat. But the game happens in real time. You're playing over this 15-minute timer, so it really puts a lot of stress in the game. Having the individual player powers are nice. That is cool that it changes the way it plays. So I'm just going to show you one more time. So invades for free. These are 5 resources to nuke instead of just 8, which is nice. propagandizes for free. So a lot of the resources and actions just become better. Now, there are certain events in here, though, that can completely make your power null and void, which is interesting. But you're going to keep doing that until someone gets the most resources and gets on that rocket out of the world, or at least a couple people do. But let's face it, you're not going to allow that to happen. You're going to try for a solo victory, most likely. So that is it. It is a fantastic looking game. The cards themselves look nice, right? I like the way the pieces look, but let's just face it, you're not reaching in here for those nice bags that come with the game. You're not reaching here for the nice little pieces and tokens or the cards and the art themselves. That hourglass is fantastic looking, and we didn't actually time it. I know that some of you would probably ding me for that. We didn't exactly time it to see if it was exactly 15 minutes or not, but that timer is just gorgeous, and having it sit there and stare you down really adds some elements to this game that are fun in a semi-co-op. You get this element of time of we're going to die if we don't get this done, and I think that's a fun element that just changes the whole shape of this game, because otherwise it would just be a push and pull for 7-8 rounds. No. This is a hurry up. Are you putting any in? How about you? Are you going to put any in now this time? Really? You're not going to put any in? Why? Oh, you're going to nuke me. Well, you know what? I'm going to stop you from being able to do that. And so watching other people's actions while knowing that you have to hit a certain number of seats to win the game or even get yourself out of there, you have to analyze every single person's action and go, wait a minute, why did they do that? Why are they building up so many resources? Are they going to nuke me, or are they just trying to do that so they can throw in and steal the vote so they can get the event cards? Those event cards are so much fun, especially if you're the one that gets to read them, but they're fun because you don't shuffle them. So you never know what's going to come up, and you think, well, okay, it couldn't be this one. It couldn't be any worse for this. And then you get one that says, hey, basically your power of this game is useless, or hey, you've been raptured up into heaven. So you win the game, but you still get to watch, or something like that. It's just some really fun event cards, and I think that is a super smart thing for them to do in this game, is to add those cool event cards that just do fun stuff, but they're not the main play of the game. They're just an added benefit, but it really can tweak and change the rules completely. Any player count I've noticed really doesn't hurt or harm this one. It still feels like you're getting the same amount of turns, you're getting the action out there. Lots of things are happening. So I really feel like this is a fun party style game. At first, I'll be full disclosure, I did not think I was going to like this. I looked at it and thought, we all kind of had the same mentality of, I don't know. And then once we started playing it, this really grew on us and I really enjoy this. And it's one of those ones where you could do just back-to-back games of. So go get yourself a copy of We're Doomed. It's not a big game, but the theme is cool. You're trying to escape the apocalypse. You have exactly 15 minutes to do it, and the pieces are fantastic with that nice hourglass. So I'm Brian Drake here on the Dice Tower. Make sure to check us out on Twitter, Instagram, at Dice Tower Brian. Follow us on there. Follow the link below to see all the 200 plus videos, 300 plus videos almost we've done here on the Dice Tower. Till next time, we'll see you.
Thanks so much for watching another Dice Tower video. If you enjoy our videos, subscribe to the channel for more fun, comprehensive board game coverage. Also, consider joining us at one of our events. Come to Dice Tower Retreat, a small, intimate gathering where gaming is king. Join us for Dice Tower Cruise, the largest board game cruise. Attend Dice Tower West in Las Vegas for gaming fun on the West Coast, or Dice Tower East in Orlando in sunny Florida. Dice Tower Conventions, the friendliest gaming conventions on Earth. I'm Eric Summerer, and you've been watching the Dice Tower.